And a dramatic beginning to the show as usual. Holy smokes. Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Me and my homie. Mark, what's happening, buddy?
What's up, Lo?
You're watching the Big Sports Lowdown. I'm Big Lo, my beautiful co-host. He always laughs when I say that, but you know, every one of us is beautiful.
Hey, to each their own, right?
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. Mark Miller. Been a wild week. Definitely a wild week. A great week as far as Seattle sports go. Eastern Washington sports, not so good. We'll be talking a bit about that throughout the show. A lot of ups and downs going on in the Cougar Nation right now.
Very much so.
There's quite a bit to talk about there. But you know me, Seahawks. Got to start off with the Hawks.
Great game.
Wow.
Great game.
The big Sanchez/Tebow show came to town, and well, I just don't quite think they've got things going on there in New York.
Sadly, we had the best quarterback on the field, and he's a wide receiver.
Amen. Golden Tate, man, he's got more touchdown passes than Tebow and Sanchez put together, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, pretty much. You know, in that game he did.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Unbelievable.
You know, Pete Carroll put together a game plan. Just punching the ball with Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn ends up with 124 yards and a couple touchdowns. I mean, hell, even in the south end zone, we got to throw our Skittles. God, boy, those guys were looking pissed off at me down there with their little brooms and stuff. It's like, hey, I threw mine straight up in the air. And that way, too, also. But
Not on the field, though.
no, not on the field.
Going back to that tape play, if you're watching on TV, there was a part right before the play. They showed.
Now, how am I supposed to watch it on TV?
Yes, you're
Mark? Come on now.
I'm giving the people who were.
I'm the
you know,
guy
who
that,
were
you know,
at
likes
home.
to go
yeah,
to the
yeah.
games.
Well, I'll inform you a little bit about it. There was a part right before the play where they had a close-up on Pete Carroll exactly before the play, like probably 15 seconds.
Right.
And he was laughing.
Wow.
They called the play. Tate throws the touchdown. It was kind of like.
He knew, you know, what was going to happen.
It was ha ha ha, we're pouring it on so bad that we could run a gimmick trick play like that and still score in these horrible
what Pete
team,
does.
the Jets. Yes.
I love what he does.
Oh, it was awesome. I loved it just because it was rubbing. I hate Rex Ryan, and it was rubbing more salt in the wound.
At least he got a haircut.
Exactly, he did. He looked pretty good for, you know, a guy who's about to get fired, you know, and has a foot fetish and stuff like that, you know, things like that.
Boy, you're bringing it all out on the man.
Hey, I'm not a Rex fan, you know. I really thought they should have been playing Tebow all season, so that's just me.
Man.
Sanchez is horrible. That's all I can say.
Well, I feel bad for Tim Tebow. He did what he did in Denver. He did good things, and then they decided to go another direction with Peyton Manning. They kicked Tebow to the curb. Tebow's thinking, man, what are me and God going to do now? He should have started a church.
He should have.
I mean, you know, he's
Maybe
one of those guys
that's
that's big in the public eye, and I think that would have been huge for him. But New York said, hey, we'll open the doors for you.
God told him to go convert all those heathen New Yorkers. That was
Maybe that's what
his
it is.
deal. But
Is that possible?
But Rex Ryan, that would make Rex Ryan Satan because he won't let him play, you know, to convert everybody. So that's how that goes, I guess.
Boy, you're really bringing out the dirt today.
I'm not a Rex Ryan fan. I love that game. I was just screaming. I was excited. I was happy. I loved seeing him beat them so bad just because
it was another interesting scenario, though. You know, I mean, right away, we march down the field, we score.
Yep.
Just looked like, wow, this is our day.
It was a tale of two games. Literally, they
1-2-3 punt. You know, well, no, I guess it wasn't a 1-2-3 punt. It was a 1-2-3 penalty on the Seahawks, of course, and then 1-2-3 punt. They had to punt the ball to us. We go back on the offense, and Russell Wilson threw the ball, tossed the ball, lost the ball.
Yeah.
Touchdown defensive play.
It was a sloppy game
our
up
defense
until
did
the
not
mid-third
give up
quarter.
a score.
Yeah, our
I
defense
like
looked
that.
dominant. It looked
Solid.
great.
The Legion of Boom is doing their thing.
They are.
Richard Sherman, Brandon Browner, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Bam Bam. That dude, he got another big hit in that game, and I thought for sure, great, this week we're going to hear Cam Chancellor gets fined.
Yep. I was
it's going to be $25,000, $50,000.
Haven't heard anything yet, though.
Haven't heard a darn thing.
Love it. Love it.
It's great.
You know what? You go into a bye week on a roll. It's looking good. You know,
Great Thursday night game tonight, though, huh?
Yes, it'll be
Buffalo and
yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be great.
It's gonna be like watching paint dry.
You know, it's just exciting. I just can't wait to watch Tannehill and Fitzpatrick.
Speaking of paint,
yeah.
Speaking of paint, hey Zan, can we show a shot of the room in there with our buddy, the painter guy? We got this incredibly talented artist in studio today, Charles Doyle. He's been a sports artist in town for quite a while, and he's doing a painting live for us. Russell Wilson, as you can see, it's on the easel, and Charles Doyle makes painting look so simple. He's like the Bob Ross of sports artists. I mean, I swear, you know, you got
happy little quarterback.
Exactly, happy little quarterback, a happy little shoulder pad, and Charlie, just watching him paint, he's one of those guys that I don't know how he does it so fast and so perfect. I mean, when this thing is done, it's gonna look so real.
Yeah.
I've seen.
Looks good.
He's done paintings for me. He did Jordan Babineau. He did a Griffey painting that was all over the network when Griffey got traded and or when Griffey left town, but then when Griffey came back, boom, there it was again all over the place. Then Griffey left town again, driving down the road, and good Lord, I mean,
calling from an I-90
that dang picture has gotten more. Oh man, it's just crazy, just crazy. But Charles Doyle, an incredible artist. His number's on the screen right now: 425-351-5704. If you want your windows painted for your business at Christmas time, if you want your windows painted at home, he'll make you a heck of a deal. He's a good personal friend of mine. He's very talented, incredible artist. The work that he's done, his sport tunes, he's got these great images called sport tunes. And he does, like, you know, a bunch of the signs that I take with me to the ball games. And like a dummy, I didn't get enough images to put up right away, you know, but if you go to my Facebook and you're on my Facebook, you can check out the sport tunes that he does, because it's all over my Facebook. Incredible artist. So we'll keep an eye on Charlie throughout the show here, and you know, we'll watch him bring this painting to life. So
happy little division championships.
Oh boy, I like that.
I like that.
I like that. That sounds pretty good. Happy little division championships.
Bears game flex.
You know, do you realize
they're gonna flex that Bears game?
Do you
they're
realize?
Gonna flex it. We're going to be on Sunday Night Football against
We're going to be
Chicago.
Sunday Night Football against the 49ers.
No, they can't, because the Niners play the week before.
Oh my God, you're right.
So that's
so
the only. I've gone through that many times.
Because that's going to be the deciding factor on the season.
I think so too, but
do you
the way
realize
they did it, I cannot
the
believe it.
49ers have to go on the road, and they've got some tough teams coming up. They've got to go on the road. I believe they play New Orleans there.
They do.
Or is the New Orleans a home game?
I think it was there. I think it was there.
I think it's there. They've got to play New England. I think New Orleans is home. New England's on the road.
The New England game is run right the week before us, which is going to be. That's why they
tear them up.
Yeah, that's why they can't flex that game, which is going to be. I wish they could.
I see 3 more losses in their future.
Easily, and that ties. That's what I'm worried about. How is the tie going to come to play?
We can go 6-0.
We could.
On this
we could run the table. We could run the table. There's, I mean, our schedule's set up for it, so just do it. You know. the biggest.
The worst we could do is 5-1, I think.
The biggest game that
we got the 2 with Miami and Buffalo.
Yeah, exactly. And
those are those.
That's actually the game I worry about.
Are those beat us up morning games?
The Buffalo game's an afternoon game, but you have to go through Canadian customs. You have to play a game in Canada. You're playing.
I got to take a phone call. This is my father. Yeah.
So the Seahawks will have a tough schedule the rest of the way. I mean.
Okay, so should I tell Zan that? I mean, this is live TV, you know. I mean, you're calling me live on the show.
This is Kris.
Okay, well then I'll tell Zan and see what we can do about it.
What do you think about the Hawks this year?
I think they're awesome. I love watching Russell Wilson play.
Oh, okay.
Marshawn's
all right.
doing his beast
okay,
mode.
Thanks.
And the secondary,
so
amazing.
Dad says that everything I say is double, 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 and it's repetitious and it's boring. So I don't know what we're supposed to do about that. Zan, I don't know what's going on in the control room, but double, double.
Are we on the LSD feed right now?
We must be on some kind of weird feed. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. It's out of my hands, I guess.
Keep talking and pretend it's normal.
Keep talking and pretend it's normal.
That's what you do.
That's all we can do.
That's the business of media, I guess.
It's your computer.
It's live TV,
it's not
folks.
us. It's
That's
your
what
computer.
happens. It's better than public access. That's all I can say.
So, God, that's kind of like being at the ball game and your mom coming out and, hi, honey, you know, and you're like embarrassed because all your buddies are seeing mom come running on the field and, hi, honey, or you get hurt or something. And, oh, my baby! I mean, it's like, what am I supposed to do?
That's what parents are for, man. That's what parents are for.
Stop the world because we got to stop the world. There's nothing I can do about double, vision, sound, whatever. Maybe
echo.
Maybe we should just tell people to chew double mint gum.
Hey,
double your pleasure with double mint gum.
True. Those commercials were a little racy for the 70s, weren't they?
What are we supposed to talk about? Are we still on the Seahawks subject, or do we get back to that?
We got back to the fact
we got Huskies. Huskies are doing pretty darn well.
The Huskies do look good.
Sarkisian's got things rolling pretty good. You know, I was going over a little stat sheet, and Keith Price is doing a lot better than I thought he was. He's got 117.
You wouldn't know it from what they've been saying on the message boards.
Yeah, but he's got 117.9 quarterback rating. I mean, that's pretty darn good.
He's doing what it takes to win. They're winning.
2,044 yards passing.
They're ranked.
All right.
They're ranked, which I was shocked, even though it was 25th in the BCS.
That's
kind of shocked seeing a 4-loss team ranked 25th in the BCS.
It's been a weird year. It's been a really weird year in football.
It has.
Bishop Sankey broke 1,000 yards. That kid's, man.
Safarian Jenkins, set the record?
Safarian Jenkins, 731 yards, 55 receptions. The kid, man, it seems like he should have more than 4 touchdowns, though.
Him and
Kaysen seem to be going back and forth. You don't know who the star of the team is. You don't know which.
It's been a weird year. It has. I mean, there hasn't really been a star on that team this year.
That's true.
They've all looked good and bad together.
So we got some giveaways today. I don't know how we're going to give these away yet, but we're going to do it.
How about Facebook?
Yeah, okay. Facebook. Well,
giveaway.
Yeah, but some people may not have me on their Facebook because there's a lot of viewers out there just on the Blog Talk site. Or listeners,
Twitter?
I should say.
We might have Twitter.
That's where they're at.
Everybody has you on Twitter or Facebook.
Twitter,
somewhere,
Facebook.
Somewhere.
Get a hold of me somehow. If you put down, hey, I want a CD, it's Task Soul's song, In Sonics We Trust. I got a couple shirts from Homer's Apparel to give away. And I've got a Sean Kemp signed mini basketball to give away. So, if you want to get in on the giveaways, go to my Twitter, @Bigelow66, or Facebook, which you can hit my fan page, you can hit the show page, or you can hit my personal page. Leave me a little message. I want to win a prize. And we'll throw all those names into a hat, draw a couple names, and somebody's going to win a little something. Somebody's going to win a lot of something. You know, if I get 2 people in the hat, well, somebody will get a couple shirts, they'll get a couple CDs.
Free swag, come on, people.
Christmas presents. Christmas is coming.
Exactly.
Speaking of Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving's next week. I got 12 families on the list that we're helping for Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is coming. Santa's biggest helper's coming to town.
Every
year.
It is money. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this right now. You get some cool stuff out of this. Do it.
Every year,
it's worth the money.
At Christmas time, I put together 300 envelopes, big 8x11 envelopes. Inside each envelope is a signed 8x10 or a certificate for a really cool prize. They're $25. Everyone has a little raffle ticket inside that I do a raffle on Christmas morning. Already got a couple really cool prizes that have come in, but I'm not gonna put that out there yet because I'm just gonna make you wonder. But I love helping people, doing hopefully 12 to 20 families. If we end up putting together 400 envelopes, if you have a business out there that you know will donate like $25 to $50 gift cards, we like putting all kinds of different prizes in there. So we got a lot of work to do yet. So if we can put 400 together, we're going to go for 20 families. That way every family gets $500. Either if they don't want decorations, it just adds to their food and their presents.
It's a worthy cause.
It's amazing. So we do it every year. It's been going, this will be my 9th year doing this. Mm-hmm. And it's a good feeling to be able to give back. So
that's what it's about, man.
Santa's biggest helper. Start watching for it after Thanksgiving. It's going to happen. things are
gonna happen.
God, this year went quick. I just cannot believe that next Thursday is Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to go see the movie that's coming out, Red Dawn. Anybody want to join me for that one? Thanksgiving
Patrick Swayze
evening?
and Jennifer Grey aren't in that, are they?
No.
No.
Unfortunately,
What about like C. Thomas Howell?
No C.T. Howell. No.
Oh wow.
No Emilio. No Charlie Sheen.
Good Lord.
No. I mean, it's going to be a boring.
It is, man.
Actually, I don't know.
And there's no Russians.
I've checked out the trailer.
There's no Soviets even.
What is it against Beijing now?
Something like that. So.
Oh man.
I mean, the Russians were always a fun
And you know what's
enemy.
really weird? It takes place in a northwest city.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, why are we picking on us? Dang coffee drinkers.
I miss the Russians though, man. They were at least a fun enemy. You got Drago and you got people like that. Now, you don't get any fun enemies anymore. We don't have those anymore in movies. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is, huh? Wow, what do we got to do? I mean, make new enemies?
We'll
pick on the 49er fans.
We should.
There we go.
They are pretty dumb.
Oh, can you say that on the show?
Yeah, you could say more than that, I think. There's no FCC. We don't
mean.
We don't have the FCC.
You are ruthless.
I am.
Gosh. So, got a bunch of stuff going on the show today.
We do. Mr. Sparks will be on.
Why don't we, we're going to play a little song for you, done by my buddy Danny, that, he goes by Deranged Pitt. And I think that's what he goes by. I gotta figure all this out. That poor kid. I'm probably calling him something that he's not even called. But we're gonna play his song called "The Hawk Gang." We're gonna bring on our first guest, Kris Napper. He's the co-founder of the apparel company called Geeks Riot. GeeksRiot.com is where you go if you want one of their shirts. Great shirts. He's got a great shirt, Heart of the City. He's got a lot of stuff, but we'll talk about that when he comes on the show in a couple minutes. So, Zan, one more shot of Charlie out there doing his painting thing. See how Charlie's doing on the painting. See how it's coming along. Woo! Man, he's cruising.
He's rolling on that sucker.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. Look at him go.
That dude is talent.
That is.
Bob Ross, God rest his soul.
You can send that to Rex Ryan. He'd love that.
I think Rex Ryan would really like that painting because he
have
probably
his
really
feet.
likes Russell
It doesn't have
Wilson.
his feet though, and they're so. I don't know if it'll work very well.
Oh, Charles Doyle is an amazing artist.
Awesome
like I said,
picture,
we'll be talking to him towards the end of the show. See how this painting's coming out.
Those would make
stuff.
great Christmas gifts. Seriously, people.
Oh boy, I'm telling you, he's phenomenal.
Stuff like that. Anybody you choose.
So Zan, let's run Hawk Gang, and we'll bring on our first guest right after this. Stay tuned.
Seattle, 12th man, stand up, deranged pit, T-Kill, Tad, let's go. I'm all in, earn everything, compete. In the words of Snyder and Coach P, an opposition know our talent is so deep that they have night terrors of talents at Long Beach. It's real in the field, you better come with your cleats on. We sprinting out the tunnel with the Dr. Dre beats on. We're so clean, thanks to Nike for the new fits. A lot of people hating, boss fam think they too sick. That dark beast blue with that light wolf gray got us looking like some creatures, y'all looking like the prey. That evergreen lime mixed in with the white, plus the feathers on the digits got us about to take flight. It's on sight, all that talking you can miss me. If you want it with my squad, we can meet up at the 50 and call the toss in the air at the same time. I elect to receive, now it's game time. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock blue and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang. It's way deeper than X's and O's. When the ball's kicked off, non-threats get exposed. Our special team serves, their methods leave burns. It's a fair catch or run, all the rest will be earned. It starts with a line, sprinting downfield with Leon the machine with the ball right behind. He moves like the Flash, one blink then he gone. He gon' break for the zone, now he taking it home. It's a 4-round bout, you wanna last through the fight. First you gotta go through Hill, Wagner, and Wright. Big Red, me, Bane, and Jason Jones will leave a back on his back for trying to take it home. Guy and Johnson for certain, True still at it. Chris Clemens caused havoc in the speedster. Is Irvin when the D is emerging. You bound to get smacked by Cam, picked by Browner, E.T. or Sherman. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock through and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock through and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang. Old Kung, Old Miguel, Carpenter, McKiston. Got the left side on lock, pay attention. Hunger under center, above him is a winner. Matt Flynn or Russell Wilson, either one of them's a killer. Reno Giacomini, Sweezy, Moffitt. Keep the right side shut down and form a pocket. Russell takes a 5-step drop, then he cocks it. It's the rocket, nothing you do can stop it. He'll toss into Baldwin, Sidney, Braylon, Obu or Golden Tate. We're not playing, their red zone threats and our ends are the pillars. Ev Moore, Ant McCoy, and Zach Miller. Our backfielders move with the steam. Mike Robinson, the full slick moving in between. Turbin, the Hulk, and the Beast Mode Lynch running straight downhill, bulldozing your defense. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock through and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang. You see the people in the crowd, that's the Hawk Gang. Out of they see screaming loud, that's the Hawk Gang. I rock through and lime green like the Hawk Gang. I rep the Hawk Gang, cause it's Hawk Gang.
So there you have it, Deranged Pitts, Hawk Gang. You know, I think that has kind of a nice vibe to it,
yeah.
Nice little thumping feel.
Exactly.
You know, it's the Hawk Gang, and that's what we are. I mean, everybody says the 12th man, 12th man. Well, there's no song out there called the 12th man. It's the 12th man. It's the 12th man. But Danny comes out with we the Hawk Gang. So, you know, I think it's pretty cool.
Any music about the Hawks, man. You know that. It's good stuff. Anything about the Hawks, period. It's all
Amen.
Hawks.
Amen. So, Kris Napper joining us on the set here. Kris, what's happening, buddy?
You know, just doing it.
Just doing it, huh?
Always.
Well, what are you doing?
Well, you know, we're designing apparel and keeping up with sports like you. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
So, Geeks Riot.
Yep.
How'd you come up with the name? What, are you guys a bunch of geeks or, you know, getting ready to riot?
Well, you know, I kind of think we're all geeks about something, you know. You can be a geek about technology, science, sports. You can geek out about anything. So we try to market ourselves to people, you know, geek out about something.
Right?
And, yeah.
Well, every time I get one of your shirts, I seem to be a, you know, geek about it because they're always really cool. I mean,
Thank you.
I love that. The Heart of the City shirt is
Thank you.
one of my faves to wear around.
Thanks.
People see it and they're like, dude, where'd you get that? Well, supposedly my buddy Kris Napper was going to like get me Seahawks colored Heart of the City shirt, but I haven't gotten that shirt yet, so I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe you can ask him and say, hey, you know, Big Low needs a Hawks colored Heart of the City shirt.
Are you going to wear it here with the Dream Stream?
Well, hey, I'll just wear it at every game I'm at.
Sure. We'll get on that. We've kind of shifted our focus right now to work with businesses.
Nice.
Because there's no overhead and
Right.
they order in bulk. So we're doing that to kind of build our bank account, and then we'll get back to printing our own stuff and be able
Good.
to sell more of that.
So how's biz been?
It's good. It's slow, but it's gradually building.
Right.
We got some new suppliers, so we're trying out different like apparel items, like this hat I'm wearing, this jacket, from new distributors. So.
Is the hat a snapback or just?
Yeah, this is a snapback.
Nice. It seems to be the hat now.
Yeah,
I mean,
snapbacks
everybody's
are
going
back.
back to the snapbacks. It's like, wait a minute here.
Yep, snapbacks are
I
back.
can't just stick a snapback on my forehead. I just
Yeah.
can't do it.
It took me a while to get back on it, but
Right.
I kind of like it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start up?
I've been running for probably over a year now. It's really just me and one other guy with a few other guys that pitch in here and there. And
So when I met you at the H206 game, I mean, that was really basically the first time we really ever had a real chance to actually sit down and talk. Was it going then?
I don't think so. I think that was before we started it. In fact, it's kind of funny. What sparked it up was, I'm a graphic designer, so I'd always done freelance work. And me and my buddy were watching The Social Network, the Facebook movie, and he was saying, all you need is one good idea, and we could start some business or something. I was like, well, I just know how to design. I don't know how to make a face look. But I was like, I work for a lot of my clients are T-shirt companies. I always thought, I get paid per design.
Right.
Whereas if I could, make my own design and sell it, you get paid for all the sales. But I don't know anything about business. Well, he was a marketing major or something like that. So he was like, well, I can handle the business. So we started it up and been gradually building it up since.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is the man behind the Big Sports Lowdown shirts. He's the actual designer of the shirt with the fireworks. And when you sent that to me, I looked at that and I was, dang, that's got to be on a shirt. So right away, I hit you up. I was like, dude, let's do this. So
solid work.
He printed out my first shirts, and I love them. And why we haven't sold out of them yet is beyond me. So if you want one of the Big Low shirts, there is a link on the Big Sports Lowdown site, bigsportslowdown.com. Go to the store, and you can see the action figure, the shirt. Eventually, we'll have a whole bunch of more stuff once we get our bank account up. And I know how that goes.
Yep.
I know how it is to be starting in that realm. I mean, this is our second week, actually. Our third show on the real set, but second week in a row. We started it all on the live set. God, we started that, it was before I went in the hospital. I ended up in the hospital in August, and, so things kind of quieted down for a bit. Then we went back to the radio set for a while, and when you're starting a business, it's tough to get things rolling, but those ideas, and like you said, if you have that just one good idea, and that's why I'm doing this show. I mean, it's for the sports fans, and it's done by sports fans.
Exactly.
I mean, here you are, you're a sports fan, you started Geeks, Riot, Apparel, and you guys, you work your butts off doing this stuff.
Yeah, we do.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes that people don't get to see. I mean, you guys got to box up the shirts, you got to fold all the shirts, you got to do, I mean, there's a lot behind it. My buddy Christian at GangIII Apparel, my buddy Ty at Homer's Apparel. These guys, they're all doing their thing. And now, here you guys are in the realm of printing for other people. Businesses coming to you saying, hey, we want to do this. Well, Christian and Ty are kind of in the same boat. Ty, not so much. He's more of wanting to get more Seattle shirts out there. My buddies Dave and Tim Knittel, they Knittel. I'm not even sure how to say their last name. I feel bad about that, but these guys, they all get in little wars about, well, my shirt came out first. I designed this one, and now you guys are doing this, and so there's kind of these T-shirt wars going on out there.
Well, I got to kind of give credit to a lot of those companies because I saw like Casual Industries and people like that do all these Seattle shirts, and I'm a Seattleite, born and raised.
Right.
And, I wanted to hold it down for my city too, so I came up with the Heart of the City shirt. So
it's an awesome
kind
shirt.
of inspired by them a little bit, I suppose. So.
Nice. Well, I mean, there's a guy down there the other day selling Legion of Boom shirts after the game for $10. Well, then all of a sudden he was saying, give me $5. How the heck is this dude making any money? I mean, is he getting Hanes shirts for $1? I just don't understand. So he's got to be jacking them from somebody. And that was my only thought is, this guy's going out and jacking a bunch of T-shirts. And, oh, man. So anything in the works, like as far as, ideas that you guys have coming out for the future?
Oh, man, we got a bunch of ideas. They're all just kind of on the table right now until we get that bank account up. So if you feel the desire, go to geeksriot.com and make a purchase.
Right on. So geeksriot.com is where they go. You heard the website, geeksriot.com. We'll say it again. Probably say it again at the end of the show, too, just because Kris is here, and, you got to plug the guy while you can,
Exactly.
So, Kris, I appreciate you coming on. Whoa. Before we go, Sonics. What's your gut feeling on when they're coming back? We had Sean and Gary on the show last week. Gary said 2 to 3 years.
Not soon enough. That's my idea.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Very good answer.
No, I'm excited though. I'm looking forward to having a new, nice arena for him.
Right.
I'm really crossing my fingers that we can pull Phil Jackson. I think we got a good opportunity for him here.
What about Nate McMillan?
You know, honestly, I was really hoping to get.
What about
Nate.
Gary Payton?
I'd love
Sean
to get Gary. I'd love to get all of
Wouldn't
them.
that be just cool?
Oh, definitely.
We'll have the bench of Nate McMillan, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton, Detlef Shrimp, and bring back Jack Sickmo. What the hell, you know?
Yeah. You know who I was thinking was, I'm kind of bad company to bring up a Husky, but Brandon Roy, who I know is playing, well, sort of, is injured.
Yep.
But if he goes back into retirement, I think he was a smart player. I think he'd make a great assistant coach or something.
Oh, yeah,
I
he'll
think
make
you're
a head
right.
coach
Yeah,
one
he's
day.
very
He will.
basketball savvy.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's
for
a great
sure.
guy.
Well, Chris Napper, once again, geeksriot.com. Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate
you.
your time.
Of course.
Now people kind of have a little idea of why I announce your name at the end of the show every week. So
I'm glad you did.
you guys
Appreciate
know, Chris Napper's the man. If you want a cool T-shirt design, geeksriot.com.
Thanks.
So, Zan,
Chris.
let's run that little second little song that we got out there, and I think you guys are going to like this one. This is the Hawks anthem, and if you didn't like the Hawk Gang, give the Hawks anthem a chance, huh?
Hey, one out of two. You know, you got to like one or the other. You know.
Hey,
Either
can we
or.
check on Charlie real quick, see how that painting's looking? Let's see how this thing's coming along.
Should I jump off?
Not yet. There's Charles back at the
wow.
painting, bringing Russell to life. Woo! Man. Russell Wilson. I'd have to say he's armed and dangerous. Or is that dangerous?
Dangerous. You know, he has been
man.
dangerous lately, so
That's beautiful.
he's looking great out
You know
there.
that is his Twitter feed, Dangerous
I
Wilson.
saw that. I was shocked, and at the same point, I was like, "It's so right, though."
Right on. Well, thanks, Zan, for doing that. Let's roll a little song so we can switch out to our next guest. We got Mr. Derek Sparks coming on. We'll talk to him about Cougar football and see what his thoughts are on the whole Mike Leach thing.
This should be interesting.
Stay tuned.
Putting it down for the hometown team in the blue and green Seattle. 12 man in the stands, Hawks on the sideline, time to win. You know it gets loud when the clink crowd celebrates. So much sound, the ground shakes, follow peace quick, better not flinch or jump the gun. Creating false starts, we're number one.
Offense, 5-yard penalty.
Ever since the days of the kingdom, 12th man's been well known to make noise like a 747. Pump up the volume way past 11. These days we don't have a rule, but just as loud. Raise the flag, 12th man goes wild. Can't stop beast mode, and you best assume you're gonna get knocked out by the Legion of Boom.
Raise the flag, 12 man goes wild.
12 man's in the stands, Hawks on the sideline, time to win. So much sound, the ground shakes, follow peace quick.
Raise the flag, 12 man goes wild. Pump up the volume way past 11.
12th man in the stands. Hawks on the sideline. Time to win.
So here we go again. We're back on the set. Big Sports Lowdown. Big Low. Mark Miller. Joining us now, Mr. Derek Sparks, former, I'd say very, very talented running back from the Washington State University Cougars. Derek, the book. How's the book sales going?
I'm not sure about the sales, but I know we're doing pretty well. Yeah, we're doing well.
So still working on the website thing. We discussed that before on the show.
Absolutely.
How's things going with that?
February 3rd, Super Bowl Sunday will be our launch.
Launch date.
Yep.
Nice.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
Are we going to have a big party and debut
We
it?
should, huh?
Man, although I think I'll be in New Orleans that day.
You probably will.
He's got faith.
You got some faith, huh?
He's got some faith.
Man, I don't
he's
know.
not
I
talking
just
about making a
feel
trip to
really,
see, like,
really.
the Giants play the Pats. So.
Right.
I feel good about this year. I just
We
do.
are looking good.
There's so much talent that's breaking out on this team. Defensively, things came together, back together last week. Everybody was all up in arms. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. It's like the Husky basketball team right now. Sorry, I'm bringing up the Huskies, guys. I'm sorry, but this is funny to me. They play Albany the other night. They lose by 1 point.
That's a great days. That's awesome.
You know, I mean, everybody's freaking out about it.
Row, Raggy, row and run.
Yeah. No, they're 1-1 because they won the first game.
They did. Yeah, they did win their first game.
Everybody's just up in arms and, oh, here we go. They did the same dang thing last year, and what happened?
I went to the tournament. Nope, they didn't go to the tournament. Oh,
That was mean.
oh no.
That was really mean.
Oh, I'm sorry,
They
Husky
did go to the
fans.
NIT tournament. That's a
Yeah,
tournament.
the not in tournament.
Ouch. Where'd the Cougs go? What'd they do? Oh!
Yeah.
I shouldn't be mean
You
with
got it.
you. I am, I do go with the both. I mean, dogs and cats, they're
Drops
equal.
the cards on the table. That's what he just did.
Boy, oh
Yeah.
boy. Rugged.
Nice.
So, Mike Leach, what do you think?
Oh boy.
You know, I only met him one time.
Right.
He has a different philosophy, and anytime you have transition is always tough, putting away the old, putting on the new, and so folks either get on board with it or you don't.
Right.
So I
Marquise
think-
Wilson definitely wasn't on board.
Oh boy.
Well, that situation really hurts because he's a California kid,
Right.
and as you know, it's hard to get
Hard to recruit from there,
from
yeah.
California, and I'm a California kid that decided to go to Pullman and move forward with my career. And so when that kind of thing happened, man, it kind of hurts your heart,
Yeah.
'Cause
If you get a chance to sit down with, say, a Marquise Wilson, you've been through a lot. What do you say to a Marquise Wilson if you have the chance to sit down and say, say before he leaves the program, and you get the shot to just say, hey, what do you tell him what's on your mind?
I kind of look at, it's kind of like a partnership, and he's a young kid, and obviously Coach, he's an authority figure.
Right.
And so I feel like it never should have came to that point.
Exactly.
I feel like Coach Leach should have been an authority figure and the head coach saying, hey, I want you to, in my office, we need to have a conversation.
Right.
And Marquise, being a young man, he needed to be humble enough to listen.
Yeah.
And so I think it worked both ways. He had to step up to the plate and say, hey, I'm still a kid, and this is kind of like my father figure away from home.
Right, right.
Sort of thing.
You
That's
had,
really,
you had one of the better ones, though.
exactly. And that's
Yeah,
how
that's true.
that's how we went about business when Coach Price was there. We felt like we could go and have that conversation. He might chastise us a little bit, which was expected, but then he'd love on you and say, okay, now I'll see you at practice.
So now, is Mike Leach losing control of his team?
I think, the situation with Marquise, there was a cancer that grew out of that because he's not the only athlete that kind of have those sentiments about the new philosophy.
It's a lot of the Paul Wolf guys who aren't buying into this kind of thing.
Sure.
Wow.
And so, you hate to see that because it didn't have to get to this point.
No.
And I think that's what folks need to understand. It didn't have to get to that point. And when you got an all-star receiver like Marquise, you don't get those every day, you know. And so how could you salvage that relationship, you know? So if I was in Coach Leach's place, what I would have done is just called him in and said, hey, we're not on the same page. We need to get on the same page because we got a job to do, and you know, and it would have been squashed, and we would have moved forward.
Right. What do you think are the thoughts of? I mean, yeah, when you're a coach, you bring in your guys.
Right.
But if I was one of those guys right now, I'd be thinking to myself, I don't know if I'm liking what this dude's doing. I mean, you've got kids that are supposed to look up to you and respect you as your coach. I mean, I coached junior football. Yeah, big difference.
Right.
Long ways from the college level. But you still have to earn their trust. You have to earn their respect as well as the parents.
I think they did that in a way, though, at the end of that UCLA game. I was actually shocked. They were completely destroyed in that game. I mean, that game was over last week. They came back, and they actually made it a game. I think they were basically saying to Marquise and a lot of other people that, you know, we support our coach. I mean, we're buying into what he's selling. I mean, they did not give up. That is the point where you can quit or just, you know,
But are you a coach looking at your coach saying, dude, chill? You know, I mean,
it goes both ways.
Yeah, I don't agree with calling out your players. I don't think any coach agrees with that.
That's asinine to me.
Right. And if you're going to call them out, you bring them in and call them out.
Right.
You know,
you don't do
have
it
to
in the media.
In the public, in the media.
Exactly.
There's one thing I always did with a kid that I had an attitude problem with or something. Always tried to pull him aside and say, look, okay, I'm not going to talk to you in front of these guys.
Right.
I want to talk to you on your own. So after practice, hang out, let's chat.
Sure.
Because it's so tough once you start getting those reins start slipping through your fingers.
Yeah.
And you lose control of your team.
You're done. You're done.
He's not going to be sticking around that even the Paul Wolf term.
Yeah.
You know, he's not going to be here 2, 3, 4 years.
What people don't understand is more about, it's about football, and we got to win games, and there's contracts in place and so forth. There's scholarships at risk, but it's about raising young men.
Right.
Exactly.
And so if we just allow him to walk away and quit the team, what message are we sending him? That it's okay to walk away?
I think that he's good at that one thing. That would be one of his selling points to go to Wazoo, would be the fact that he has your kid's going to have discipline when he goes there. He's not going to get in trouble. He's not going to do stupid things for the most part. He's going to have a coach who's basically riding his butt, 24/7, 365.
And so for me as a coach, and that happens on my watch, I don't feel good about it.
Right.
I'm saying that I should have did something and should have got to that point.
Exactly.
Now this kid's gonna drop out of school, and who knows what happens. Go back to California. God forbid something happens to Marquise. You feel guilty about it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I look at it beyond the football field. We're responsible for raising young men so they're ready for society and ready to contribute to society. And so that's more about the importance of the whole scenario. When I look at it beyond the football field.
Yeah, a lot of people don't when it comes to college football, which is sad.
Well, we got about a minute left.
Sure.
You want to put word out about the book? Where to find the book? We got book signings coming up here.
I'll be back in Pullman on Apple Cup the 23rd.
Bookie?
No, I'll be in the field house before the game. And then I'll be on December 9th. I'll be in Spokane at Barnes & Noble.
It's a great read. I mean, I've gotten through the whole thing now, and the things you've gone through, I mean, my hat's off to you. You've had that turmoil in your life. You've had that vulnerability, and for you to overcome all those things and become the man that you have, I mean, you're a great guy. You're a great leader. I see great things coming your way. I mean, as far as you speaking in front of kids, and that's why I wanted to ask you about the Marquise thing. Right. I see you being able to show kids the way they need to respect life, because that's what life's about, is respecting it. We have to respect life.
And I'm glad you brought up Marquise, because when I reflect on my career and my experience at Washington State, it got me ready for the real world.
Right.
And so it's too bad that he can't walk away with that same experience, and I think it was just a misunderstanding. I think it didn't have to get to that point.
Right.
And my prayer is for him to get on track, and hopefully, I don't know if he's going to go to another school, or if he can go to another school, or if he's going to forego his senior year and go into the NFL draft. I don't know what the future holds, but for me, Washington State was a refuge and positive in my life, and
Right.
it basically got me ready for the real world.
And a lot of people say that. A lot of
Yeah.
people say that.
Absolutely.
It's the truth.
Well, Derek, thanks again for your time. You're going to be regular here. We like having you.
Exactly.
Like
exactly.
asking
Talking to this guy
questions.
for
We got
long
to get to our next guest, Mr. Charles Doyle, local
Absolutely.
sports artist that just blows my mind with the way that man paints. So thanks for coming in again.
Thank you.
Zan,
Good to
if
be
you
here.
run a quick little, you know, maybe show people big low, big low, big low over and over. We'll switch these guys out and get Charles in here, and we'll talk about painting. It's a happy little
Sounds
place.
good.
happy little, happy little quarterbacks.
Hey everybody, this is Kevin Calabro.
Hey, this is Gary Payton.
Hello, this is Detlef Schrempf.
This is Duff McKagan.
This is Marcus Trufant of the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes, Randy Myers, one of the original Nasty Boys.
Hi, I'm White from Yes.
Hey, here we are, Captain Keith, man.
This is Gus Lynn.
Hi, I'm Kimberly. I'm Dolly. And I'm Amanda. And we're the Washington DURANGED.
Jesse Jones.
Hey, this is Brent Berry.
Hi, I'm Tessa. And I'm Bianca.
This is Dan Martin. Hi, this is Golden Tate with the Seattle Seahawks.
This is Steve Hauschka. Hey, this is Max Unger with the Seahawks.
Hi, we're the Jaegerettes.
Hey everybody, it's Norris Frederick, your Olympic hopeful for 2012.
Hey, it's Dane Looker. I'm Bryce Fisher. Isaiah Thomas, Clay Thompson, Max Strong, Slick Watts.
It's your boy, Big Play Babs.
This is Harrison Bevins.
This is Brandon Hempelman.
Hey, this is Sue Bird. Hi, I'm Cam Warner, Seattle Miss. I'm Jessica, and I'm Laura.
And guess what you tuned into?
You watching
Seattle Sports Lowdown, my man.
Big Low.
Big Low. Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
Seattle Sports Lowdown with Big Low.
With Big Low.
With Big Low.
Big Low.
With Big Low.
Big Low.
Big Low.
With Big Low.
With Big Low.
Big Low.
With Big Low.
With Big Low.
With Big Low. Woo!
With Big Low. Got it. Peace.
Just like that, GP with the piece. We're back in the studio. We got local renowned sports artist. What did you call yourself?
Seattle's premier.
Premier. I like that. Seattle's premier sports artist. Charles Doyle, I've known you for a long time, man, and I
almost too long.
No, I don't think we could ever say too long. Seeing your artwork, I mean, each piece, I've always said artists are eccentric, and you're definitely one of those artists that you are so hooked on perfection. I mean, there's paintings that you've done for me that you said, dude, I got to get that painting back because that just doesn't look right. And how do you do it? I mean, you've been at the artwork for a long time. I mean, shoot, this guy here, he goes back. Charles Doyle was the original Seahawks team mascot.
Now, just kind of keep that information under your hat.
I can't, man. These guys got to know. I mean, this is for the fans. You were, as Jim Servino said, Severino, he always says, Chuck Doyle, he's the original bird. You're the original bird, man.
Well, back in 1980, we saw the mascot they had at the time and said,
the aluminum foil one.
Yeah, we can do better than that. So I did up a preliminary cartoon sketch, took it to John Thompson, and he said, yeah, go ahead and build it, but we don't guarantee we'll buy it.
Right.
So I had to make sure it was good. And we worked with some sewing teachers at Kent Meridian High School and just did a bang-up job, and they, of course, went for it.
Nice.
Trouble is, we didn't have much of a season in 1980. I can remember being cussed off the field by Jack Patera, and something I'll never forget.
And something you guys will like, but we can't go there right now. Yeah. So you've been doing sports art for a long time, sport tunes. If people want some of your work, we put up your number earlier. We'll put it up again. I'll put it on my Facebook. I'll put it out on Twitter. Say somebody wants their windows painted for Christmas. You do that kind of thing?
I'm there.
Okay.
Cool. I like to work within people's budgets, and although the work is professional, it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Right.
And we've been having a lot of fun doing these caricatures of players throughout the years. And
been amazing. Just, you know, the Walter Joneses, the Griffeys, the Carlos Guillens. I mean, you know, all these goofy little things that we've come up with. I mean, we've had some fun, you know, thinking them. I think them, you ink them, or you think them and ink them. I mean, your talent surpasses many artists that I've ever seen. So,
well,
we're showing a shot of the Russell Wilson. I mean, that's
awesome.
an hour, folks.
Yeah, awesome.
That's an hour. The guy painted this in an hour. Can you do that at home? I don't think so. I don't think Bob Ross could have done something that incredible in an hour. So, man, there's his number, 425-351-5704. Make sure you write this down, 425-351-5704. Charles Doyle is the name. He's an incredible artist. You want your windows painted, you want a painting done of a certain player, he's for hire. He's definitely for hire, and I'd say the most talented artist out there. So let's can we flip through the things that he brought in? I mean, I want people to see that Michael Jordan. There's Matt Hasselbeck, incredible painting.
Nice work.
We got that's the Ken Griffey. That's got to be one of the most famous paintings that you've done, because that's been on ESPN, Fox Sports Northwest. We got he brought in a Michael Jordan. That, wow, I mean, that's just beautiful.
Great work.
Just captures every detail of the guy, you know, and it's just these are just personal portraits of like the headshots. Imagine what he does. I worked at a bar down in Renton, and he did a full-size Matt Hasselbeck painting on the side of the wall that was amazing. I have never seen a better painting in my life. That, you worked your tail off on that. I mean, many, many hours on that, but good Lord, it just wasn't perfect, you know, and then you can see the shine of the stadium on his helmet. And Charlie, you've always amazed me, so, you know, I appreciate you coming on the show.
It was great to have Matt sign that.
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
No kidding. So, you know, a couple years back, we did the Seahawks games together thing, you know, we did the Blues Brothers and Admiral Nighthawk and Brigadier Blue Blood. Those were some fun times. I mean, you know, we've had a lot of good times. So, you know, it's my pleasure to be able to bring you on the show, let people see just how talented you are. We'll probably bring you back sometime, you know, in this month of December. Maybe you can do like some kind of a Christmas theme painting with a player or something. Hopefully we'll get the player in here and you can just paint him from himself, you know, who knows.
Well, you know, the playoffs are up on the road ahead.
Amen for that.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait.
Definitely.
Oh, I just can't wait. So, Charlie, thanks for coming on the show.
You bet, Big Lou.
I knew you were going to do it. If I had $1 for every Big Lou out there.
No, it's my pleasure to be here, and it's more fun than, you know, we can think of.
And we can think of a lot of fun, let me tell you. So, got to do some thank yous. Got to thank, first off, all the viewers out there. We love you taking the time to watch the Big Sports Lowdown. Got to thank Mark. Got to thank all our guests today, Derek Sparks, Wazoo Coug, Kris Napper, GeeksRiot.com. You want some good shirts? Check him out. Thanks to Shane Topol at Bleachers Pub, telling you the commercial is a-coming. It's a-coming. Me and Zan are working on it. We just got to get it just right, because we're eccentric like that. Christian and Noah at Jacknet Apparel. Yeah, we are artists, aren't we, huh? Rick Burgess at Coastline Signs. Thanks again for the killer signs you did for me. Charlie and Alex at ShockingGoat.com. Shocking Goat? Well, because of peeing camel, just isn't that attractive. Ty at Homer's Apparel. Jeremy Bryant at Rain City Catering. He catered Marcus Trufant's event on Monday night. Jeremy, amazing. Once again, amazing. Marcus Trufant, what a show. What a great time Monday night. All the guys were there. I was surprised because it's a bye week. Thought they'd be out of town. Geeks Riot Apparel. Rod, Scotty, and Cody and Chantel at Dermafex Tattoo in Auburn. Zan and Corinne for running the show. You guys are amazing. Love you guys. Alan, ASI Global Media. This is Big Low reminding you to have a sports fantastic day. Won't be here next Thursday. Gobble, gobble. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.